Let's complete here March 2026. Here we have question number C, which I prefer it to make it alone like this. So he told you there is a vertical mast at point B. So at point B we have a vertical mast, and he said it's equal to 150, and there is another one is 45 here from D. From D we have another one from D, and you need the angle of depression here. To get the angle of depression, we have to make a vertical line here like this from to the top here, then getting down like this. So this is the angle of depression, which we impossible to get this, but we can equalize it like this with a parallel line here. So we will need this complement part. We have already this 250, so we need this complement part, and we can get it here from this side. And this we cannot get it easily, but we can equalize it here with this, let's say BE. Okay, so here we can say that is here is the point E. Okay, so let's say first of all work on this. Let's get this DC. Let's get on this yellow triangle this DC from the cosine rule. So step number 1 here. So if we get this DC, we can get this EC, and we can get this ED. I just want to explain it for you by Pythagoras easily. So first of all, as a first step, we're going to get this CD. Okay, after we get CD, we are going to get here EC as step number 2. Okay, if we get here EC, this will be equal to sine 34, because this will be 34. So this will be sine 34 EC over the DC. So we're going to work for it. So sine 34. And step number 3 here, we're going to get this ED. This ED. And this ED over the DC. That's we're going to work it here in the beginning. DC or CD, both are right. So this is DC. It will be equal to cosine 34. Okay, because this is hypotenuse here, this DC. So if we get it here, the ED, when we get the ED, it's easy to take away from me this 45, this small part. Remember, this will be the ED. This would be the ED. If we take this 45, we can get this part and add it to the 250. I just want to explain it for you, and let's work on these steps. Okay, so here let's do step number 1, then 2, then 3, then we get these two sides, and work for the tan theta here. Okay, let's do this. So the DC here will be under the root of 290 multiplying 290 square plus, here's 290, 450 square minus 2 multiplying by 290 multiplying by 450 multiplying by cosine. Here, remember, this was 85.8, which on your calc will be equal to 517.19. as a first step. So we're going to take this DC and write it here, 517. So the EC now, EC here, will be equal to 517.19 sine 34 on your calc. Let's work this. So this EC will be equal to this EC 289.2. So this part will be 289.2, and remember, this we already can get this from also the cosine rule of here 600 and 400 cosine 57. Okay, let's work it quickly. So we can say the complement part here, which we already have a name of CP. Okay, so the CP here will be under the root of 600 and 450. Okay, 600 square plus 450 square minus 2 multiplying by 450 multiplying by 600 multiplying by cosine 57 here. Cosine 57, just to get this complement part here. So if we get it here, okay, so this will be equal to 518, which we have to add it here, 518.77. Okay, so this will be 518, and all this part will be 289 plus 518. We're going to use it by the end. And for now, we are going to work for this vertical part, which is the AD. So the AD, we take away the DC and put in instead of it was 517.19. So the AD now will be equal to 517.19 cosine 34, which will be on your calc equal here this AD. So it's equal to 428.77. Remember this, we need to get the 45 from it. So the 45 here, when we get it from it, so on your here we're taking the 45, then we add here the 250. So in this part we have the 250 here and 383.77. Okay, so this is on your calc, and I just prefer to write it here, this triangle. We don't need this, but we get it this, which was the BC and this EC. The EC was 289, so that is 289 point, I think, 0.2. Okay, so that's 0.2, and this, the complement part here, the BC was here 518.77. So tan theta here, we can say that tan theta will be equal to the opposite side, 250 plus 383.77 dividing by 289.2 plus 518.77. Just revise me on the DP. Okay, so the theta here will be equal to 39.5. I wish you get this question, which is very important here. So the second question here, number 21, the length of a cuboid is 2 centimeter, correct. When he say correct, so that is upper lower bound, so the 2 centimeter correct to nearest integer, so the higher here would be 2.5, the lower would be 1.5, and the 4 centimeter also correct to integers, so 4.5, 3.5 plus minus 0.5, and here the 138 of the volume here is corrected to 1 dp, so this will be 80, so the 123.8 will be 123.85 as an upper bound of this upper, and the lower bound will be 123.75, and this will be the lower bound. Okay, what he needs, find the lower bound of the height. Remember, this length times width times height will equal to the volume. So the volume dividing by width and height will be equal to sorry, he needs the height, so multiplying by length and width will be equal to the height. So the height here, to get it lower, we have to get the small dividing the the lower dividing by the upper bound here. So the lower bound of the volume here, we're going to take it here 123 on your calc, 0.75 dividing by the upper here, just to get it a smaller part, so it's 2.5 multiplying by 4.5, which equal to 11. I wish you get this easy question. Okay, the last part here, which he told you there are 5 terms of a sequence, okay, 1/6 and 1 and 6. So that is table 6, so that is 6 to the power negative 1, 6 to the power 0, 6 to the power 1, 6 to the power 2 and 6 to the power 3. Let's see here. 6 to the power 1 is the third term, so it is 6 to the power n minus 2, and we get these 2 marks. So these questions are going to solve it in 2 steps. Here we have 2 angles, A and B, written. 2 lines meet at a point, okay? Are formed by 2 lines meet at a point. So if this is a point, so A and B are supplementary angles or complete 180. Angle A is given by the equation 2 plus 3 tan A. So as a first step here, we're going to get angle A as step number 1. Then number 2, we're going to get angle B. So as for A here, or tan A, let's say here tan A will be equal to here negative 2.5 when we get the 2 there, so negative 2.5 over 3. So on shaft tan here you get it as equal to negative 39.8, but angles between the lines are taken between 0 and 180. Since the tangent is negative, so it is in quadrant 2. If they have the quadrant here, so that is would be the second quadrant, which is negative here. So here angle A have another solution, which will be equal 180 minus the 39.8 on your calc. This will be equal to 140.2. Okay, so this would be equal to 140.2, and this is another solution for A. So we have to now to get the angle B, which is they are vertically opposites and adjacent angles sum up to 180. So B may be equal to A, which make it 39.8 and ignore the negative sign, or maybe supplementary angle here, which will be equal to 180 minus 140.2. This will be 39. Yes, this will be equal to 39.2. And the last step here, so here by the vertically opposite here, it will be equal to 140.2, which they are equal to each other. By supplementary will be 39. I wish you get it.